Mari. Hi, Mari. So, first, is it okay if I film you for this interview to show
Yes,
my
it's
class?
fine.
All
Yeah.
right, perfect. So, first, would you like to explain what you do?
That's the first question on the list.
Fine. Would, so, you're a Girl Guide leader, correct?
Yes, I am.
Would you like to explain a little bit of what Girl Guides is about?
Okay, Girl Guides is an international organization of girls and women who do adventurous activities like camping and learn really good, useful life skills.
Excellent. So, what's your current involvement with Girl Guides?
I'm a Sparks leader, which is a leader of 5 and 6 year olds, but I've been a leader of all the different levels of Girl Guides, um, from Sparks to Brownies, which are 6, 7, and 8 year olds, Guides, 9, 10, 11 year olds. Pathfinders are 12, 13, 14, and Rangers are 15, 16, 17. And I've also been a district commissioner, which is kind of in charge of all the leaders in an area of town, and I'm a trainer.
That's a lot.
It is.
So, what kind of training do you need to be a Girl Guide leader?
Well, you need to have some basic safety training, which is a program that we run called Safe Guide, and it basically teaches people to think of the possible risks involved in any of their activities, and to have an emergency response plan in place so that if something goes wrong during an activity, there's a plan in place to deal with it. So that's one of the trainings. And then the other trainings available are how to run a basic unit meeting and ideas for activities for the kids to do.
So, what kind of person do you think would best be suited for this kind of work?
Somebody who likes people, likes working with kids, enjoys being outside, enjoys doing all kinds of activities with kids, easy to get along with, likes to work as part of a team because we work together as leaders, as team members, and someone who's organized and has a lot of free time or is willing to give up what little free time they have.
Yeah, so you mentioned it takes up a lot of time. How do you fit this in with the rest of your life?
I just do manage. It's one of my priorities because I enjoy it so much. I enjoy working with the kids, and I enjoy doing the activities. So, and I enjoy being part of the team that of leaders and of really, really cool women who like to do the same kind of things that I do. So I don't do housework very well. I don't do other things because it does take a lot of time, but it's something that I really enjoy doing.
Can you give us some examples of challenges you face in this work?
Mainly time management, so that's a big part of it. I've got to juggle my full-time job and being a mom against being a leader for other people's kids. But I was fortunate in that my daughter really loved the organization, so we did a lot of stuff together, and that was good. That was lots of fun, right? And so the challenges, sometimes it's difficult getting the leaders together to organize activities, and if somebody's not answering their email or not answering their phone, it can be difficult to get everything all organized to everybody's satisfaction. So sometimes you just have to go ahead and do it yourself if somebody is not responding to you. And that can, take more time than you had anticipated taking. Other challenges, it's sometimes hard to get parents to step up and help out. They think that they can just drop their kid off at the meeting and go off and do whatever, and that's good too. But it's really good if you get more parents involved in helping out. It makes the job quite a bit easier.
Hi, Mari. So, first, is it okay if I film you to show my class?
Sure.
Awesome. So, you're a Girl Guide leader.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you describe to us a little bit about Girl Guides?
Girl Guides is an international organization for girls and women. We get together and do adventurous activities, and we learn basic life skills. We get together in friendship and fellowship, and we have a lot of fun.
Awesome. So, what is your current involvement with Girl Guides?
Right now, I'm a Sparks leader, which is a leader of 5 and 6 year olds. I have been a leader of all the different levels in Girl Guides, from Sparks to Brownies, who are 7 and 8 year olds, to Girl Guides, who are 9, 10, 11. Pathfinders are 12, 13, 14, and Rangers are 15, 16, and 17 year olds. I've also been a commissioner, which is a leader of the leaders in a particular area of our town, and I've been a trainer, training Girl Guide leaders for several years now.
So, you train Girl Guide leaders. So, what kind of training do you need to be a Girl Guide leader?
We have a required training, which is familiarity with our safety processes, our safety policies. It's called Safe Guide, and we teach people, leaders, how to prepare for um, different events by assessing the risks and coming up with what we call an emergency response plan, so that any activities that we do can be safe, and um, yeah, anything that we do is safe for the girls and for all the participants.
So, what kind of person would be best suited to be a Girl Guide leader?
Obviously, somebody who enjoys working with kids, someone who's got lots of energy and doesn't mind giving up their time. It can be a pretty time-consuming activity, and so yeah, it's really fun. People who like to work together with other women on teams, it can be a really fun and rewarding experience.
So, how does being a Girl Guide leader fit in with other parts of your life?
I'm a pretty busy person. I'm a mom, a single mom, and I work full time. But um, guiding has been just a really fun part of my life. It lets me do stuff outside. I get to work with other women who have similar values and also enjoy working outside and being fun, doing fun things with kids. Um, yeah, and it takes some time management to fit it all in, but it's worth it.
So, what are some of the most difficult decisions to make as a Girl Guide leader?
I don't know whether to go to the meeting or not. No, that's not true. I mean, sometimes you come home from work and you just kind of want to go, oh, sit on the couch. But um, gosh, I don't know. I guess the most difficult decision is at the beginning of the year, whether or not, or the end of the year, whether or not you want to do it one more year. Um, Other than that, I can't think of anything that's really difficult about it.
So, what are some challenges you face, and can you give us an example?
It can be challenging sometimes working together with other people to plan events. Sometimes it's easier just to do it all yourself, but that makes it harder for you, and it makes it less interesting for the other people. It's more fun if you're doing things together. Um, Challenges come when you've got people that don't answer your emails or don't answer your phone or their phone when you call them. And sometimes there's, kids in your group that are over energetic and act out, and that can be a challenge when you're trying to get everybody on the same page to do an activity. Sometimes you just have to change your mind in midstream and do something else that involves everybody, or take the kid off to the side and have a little time out.
So, what are some methods you use to keep everybody happy?
Um, I guess the thing about Girl Guides that's important is that it's a girl-centered program. So there's lots of different activities to choose from, but the girls get to choose what they really want to do at every level. So at Sparks level, you might give them two options and they get to choose one. Um, as the it proceeds up the ages, then the girls can really decide what it is that they want to do. So I think to make people happy is to let them choose their own activities, and then you've got more buy-in from everybody.
Awesome. So I know you work with other leaders, other adults. How do you deal with conflict with other adults that you work with?
Well, I think you have to be honest, give honest feedback without being overbearing and without being, making it personal. Um, Sometimes you have to take people aside and talk to them individually, often working as a mediator between people who don't get along sometimes. And so to get the two viewpoints and then try and explain those viewpoints to the other person, and then eventually, hopefully, getting them both together to talk over their differences seems to be a good way of doing it. And sometimes you just have to split people up. Um, with kids, sometimes, if their kids aren't getting along in one group, then splitting the two troublemakers up into two different groups does the trick. And it does the trick with adults too.
So did you learn management techniques and Girl Guides that you can apply to other parts of your life?
Yeah, time management is a big one because it's hard to fit it all in. You have to be able to manage your time appropriately. So, list making and other skills like presentation skills. Who knew that Girl Guides has a workshop on presentation skills? So, I'm a teacher and I've brought some of my own training as a teacher to Girl Guides, but on the reverse side, I've also learned techniques that I can bring to the classroom in Girl Guide training, so that's been beneficial.
So how do you set goals for yourself as a Girl Guide leader?
I think the thing about Girl Guides is that it's not my goals that are important, it's the kids' goals. So when they come up with the ideas for a program, things that they want to do, it makes setting my goals easy. I can make a list of, rangers want to go on a whitewater rafting trip, so I can make a list of things that they have to do, and how I can contribute as a team member as well. And we set the goal together. Um, so other than that, it's just making lists. I guess trying to prioritize what needs to be done in and amongst all the other things that I have to do in my day, my week.
So what would you do if you had to deliver bad news to your group of Girl Guides?
Um, yeah, bad news could be, well, the arrangements for a trip that they really wanted to do had fallen through, but you would always, I think, give bad news in the light of possibly better news. So, okay, this one didn't work out, but here's something that we could do instead that might be even more fun. So I think if you balance the bad news with good and how you're going to go forward, then it makes the bad news a little bit easier to bear.
How do you motivate girls to help you out with your job to make your workload a little bit lighter as a Girl Guide leader?
Well, I think you've got to make it fun, for one thing, and you've got to involve the girls in activities that they want to do. So, like I said, it's a girl-centered program, and if they want to go camping, you give them some small jobs like, okay, plan the menu, and then as the girls get older, they can come shopping with you and help pick out the foods that they want. And by the time they get to Rangers, they can make the menu and plan the meals and cook the meals all by themselves without your help at all. So, um, starting out with small jobs first and moving to bigger jobs um, is the way to go.
Do you think someone, a CEO from a Fortune 500 company, could learn anything from being a Girl Guide leader?
Sure. Um, Learning how to cooperate with other people, learning how other people respond to activities, getting people to work together on a team, um, finding out what people want. I think that's a really important part of being a leader is to find out what people want in their lives and to motivate them to do what you want them to do is to find out how what I want them to do can help them get what they want. So I think that Girl Guides fosters that, and that could be very useful for managers in any kind of business, including Fortune 500 companies.
What are some rewards that you have received from being a Girl Guide leader?
Um, Aside from getting a pin and a crest every once in a while for helping out, I think it's just watching kids mature, um, watching the little faces light up when they light a match for the first time or get a campfire going on their own or cooking their first meal on a camp stove. Um, Even if it's burnt, they are proud of themselves for having done that. So just watching them grow and remembering what it was like for me when I was a kid, learning all those skills and becoming a more and more independent individual. I think it's really gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling to see kids develop and have fun and laugh.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much for your time, Mari.
You're welcome, Jenny.